Hello guys, welcome back to my channel GravityTech. This is the next video on C programming series. This video is a continuation of last series of videos. So if you haven't watched the earlier videos, I would recommend you to go through those so that you know what has already been covered. And please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel to receive updates on the new videos. Okay, now let's see what is the agenda of this video. In last video, we discussed in detail what is a loop, why loops are important, and type we covered, one of the loops type we covered that is a while loop, right? With the examples. In this video, we will go through another type of the loops that is a for loop. So for loop concept we will be covering with the lead details and with examples here. Remember, there are some tricky parts, troubleshooting parts, and the dealing with like complex examples on the loops, which we'll be covering in the next week session. Okay. Now, this flow we have already seen the last video. Okay, and then I'm just gonna repeat the same thing here just to let you know, right? Give you the background. कोई भी लूप अगर स्टार्ट करना है तो इनिशियल कंडीशन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती है जहां से लूप शुरू होगा. ओके, सो यहां से भी अगर लूप शुरू हो रहा है तो दिस इज इनिशियल कंडीशन जहां से लूप शुरू होगा. फिर लूप एग्जीक्यूट करना है या नहीं करना है उसे चेक करने के लिए कंडीशन होती है. सो दैट कंडीशन इज बेसिकली व्हाट, दिस कंडीशन, राइट? इस कंडीशन से पता लगेगा कि हमको ये लूप एग्जीक्यूट करना है या नहीं करना है. अगर ये कंडीशन ट्रू है तो ये अंदर जाएगा और ये वाला जो ब्लॉक है, दिस ब्लॉक विल बी एग्जीक्यूटेड रिपीटेडली. सो लेट्स से इफ यू आर प्रिंटिंग योर some message, let's say hello, how are you, that message 100 times, so you will basically just set initial condition I is equal to 0 and then I is less than 100. Then you will say yes, I is 0, so I is less than 100, yes, so it will print that message. And then once that body is executed, right, it will basically just increase or decrease that counter, right? That is I plus plus I will be increased to 1. So it will again go back here, 1 is less than 100, it will again print I will become 2, 2 is less than 100, it will print I will become 3, so on. I will become 99, and then 99 less than 100, this that message will be printed I will become 100. Now when it comes to 100, 100 is less than 100, no, it's false, so it will basically come out of the loop. That's how it is, the same example which I've just mentioned here. Okay, so it's very easy. Now, what is a for loop syntax is? As we already know, loop is mainly categorized into four parts. loop के चार parts होते हैं. पहला part होता है initial condition, करेक्ट, जहां से लूप शुरू होगा. सेकंड पार्ट होता है वैलिडेशन कंडीशन, दैट इज लूप कंजंक्शन कंडीशन, राइट, जहां से ऐसा कंडीशन होता है, ऐसा कंडीशन जो डिसाइड करेगा कि कब तक हमको लूप एग्जीक्यूट करना है. देन द ब्लॉक ऑफ द स्टेटमेंट्स जो यहाँ पे है, विच आर टू बी एग्जीक्यूटेड रिपीटेडली, दैट मीन्स द एक्टिविटी जो रिपीटेडली एग्जीक्यूट होगा परफॉर्म करना है. देन द फोर्थ पार्ट इज व्हाट, एक्शन आफ्टर ईच इटरेशन, हमको काउंटर इंक्रीज करना है, काउंटर डिक्रीज करना है, करेक्ट. सो दैट लूप काउंटर जो इधर इंक्रीज होगा या डिक्रीज होगा. सो ये वाले चार पार्ट्स होते हैं. सो फॉर लूप सेम है वाइल लूप की जैसा ही, देयर इज नथिंग कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. अगर आपने लास्ट का वीडियो नहीं देखा है तो प्लीज गो थ्रू द लूप्स वीडियो सो दैट आपको थोड़ा सा आइडिया आ जाएगा, राइट. सो यहाँ पे क्या होता है, फॉर लूप के अंदर तीन कंडीशंस, तीन स्टेटमेंट्स पैरेंथेसिस के अंदर ही होते हैं. इफ यू लुक एट सेमीकोलन, सेमीकोलन, इसका मतलब क्या है कि ये वाला एक स्टेटमेंट है, दिस इज अनदर स्टेटमेंट, दिस इज थर्ड स्टेटमेंट. तो जो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट है वो होता है आपका इनिशियल कंडीशन, लेट्स से आई इज इक्वल टू 0. ये होगा आपका वैलिडेशन कंडीशन, दैट वी चेक वेदर टू एग्जीक्यूट दिस पार्ट और नॉट. सो आई इज लेस देन व्हाट, 100. और ये पार्ट होता है इंक्रीज करना है डिक्रीज करना है, काउंटर, राइट. ये एग्जीक्यूट होने के बाद सबसे पहले ये एग्जीक्यूट वन टाइम होगा, ये कंडीशन हर बार चेक होगी. अगर ये कंडीशन फॉल्स है तो कुछ भी एग्जीक्यूट नहीं होगा, अगर ये कंडीशन ट्रू है तो ये एग्जीक्यूट हो जाएगा. जैसे ये एग्जीक्यूट होगा उसके बाद यहाँ का आई प्लस प्लस होगा या फिर आई माइनस माइनस होगा. सो दिस इज हाउ द फॉर लूप वर्क्स. ओके, सो दिस इज एन एग्जांपल वेयर इट सेज द लूप स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम आई इज इक्वल टू 0. ये आई जब तक 100 नहीं हो जाता, 100 से छोटा है, तब तक एग्जीक्यूट होगा. क्या एग्जीक्यूट होगा, इट विल प्रिंट दिस मैसेज. So it will print, then I will become 1, 1 less than 100, print, I will become 2, 2 less than 100, it will print that way, so that. Okay, now let's go to the IDE to look at the actual example. So this is IDE. We will use the same examples as we used for the for while loop. Okay, now first example we saw was to print hi, welcome to the party message 100 times using the while loop, right? So using the while loop वो कैसे होता है? It is let me just maybe comment this part. So using while loop, it basically simply like this, correct? We have which we have already seen it. So अभी हमको for loop में कैसे लिखना है? For loop का हमको पता है कि this is what the syntax is. So initial condition ये जो है इसकी जगह पे हमको initial condition रखनी है, right? Let's maybe put this initial condition here, correct? I is equal to 0. Then validation condition, right? That is what I is less than 100, correct? And then increment or decrement condition, that is what I plus plus is this one. Now this is a part of block to be executed repeatedly, that is what this part. So it is very easy. It is simple if you know the basic loops concept. Okay, see, it's easily converted into this for loop. Now let's try to execute it. Yeah, see, so it basically printed 100 times. Okay, and then came out. It's pretty easy. Now the second example which we saw is printing a sequence. Correct. The second example what we saw is printing a sequence in three different ways where the starting point was different for each sequence. Now let's try to execute it like one by one. पहला वाला जो हमने देखा था राइट कि हम सीक्वेंस 1 5 9 11 19 23 ये वाला प्रिंट करेंगे जहां पे हर नेक्स्ट टर्म जो है पिछले टर्म से 4 से प्लस है. 5 is 1 plus 4, 1 plus 4, 9 is 5 plus 4, like that. So हम लोगों ने देखा था कि while loop हम लोगों ने कुछ इस तरह से लिखा था, correct? So this was the initial condition, correct? Now this term value can be as is. Okay, since we can only put the one condition here, let's put it like this. Yeah, term value. Now this means the one which we are going to increase or decrease, right? So term. So let's maybe put it like term. Term is equal to what? 1. Correct. So term is equal to 1. We have put it here. Now validation or exit condition. It is term is what? Less than equal to 100. हमको 100 terms print करने हैं इस sequence के. अभी हमको इसको increase करना है, decrease करना है. हमको term क्या करना है? Increase करना है. And what exactly we want to do? हमें वो print करना है value. Correct. What we want to do? We want to print it. अभी देखो simply यहाँ पे just क्या हुआ है? This part is just gone it here. Correct. ये जो increment decrement वाला part है, it has come to here, and then the initial part is come here, right? So ये these three conditions are clubbed into the inside the for loop parenthesis itself. So this is what the for loop which we have just converted from while to for, right? Now when we execute it, okay, what is the mistake we made? It is printing 1 1 1 1 every time. Why? See, though we have increased the term, but we did not increase the term value, right? We need to somehow get that increased here. Term value is equal to term value plus 4. हम इसे तीन तरह से लिख सकते हैं, right? Term value plus 4 से दो तरीके से लिख सकते हैं. Term value plus 4 भी कर सकते हैं, correct? So it's pretty easy. So if you just maybe now run it, see, the 100 terms are easily printed out. So it was pretty easy, right? Now the next example what we have is to port or recode the while loop to for loop where the starting term will be what 35. 35 से भी हमको प्रिंट करना है आगे कि 100 200 टर्म्स प्रिंट करने हैं. तो हम लोगों ने while loop में कैसे लिखा था? term value is equal to 35 क्योंकि that is initial one, right, which maybe we have to put it here. Correct. Now let's try to convert that. It's very easy. Nothing to worry about the loops, right? Initial condition जो है, right? So initial condition is term is equal to what? 1. So you just copied it here, term is equal to 1. Then validation condition will be what? How many terms we need? 200 terms we need. Now, are we going to increase or decrease term? We will be increasing term, right? So plus plus. Now, what you need to do? You need to print it, correct? But again, when you print it, right, you also need to increase what? The term value. And that's all. It's done. When you execute it, it will simply give the 200 terms starting from 35, 35, 39, 43, 47 and all, right? 831. This was the second example which we saw. Now, let's look at the third example which we saw where the counter was not there. Okay, now the third example says print in the reverse order from 397, 395, then 4 in a decreasing way, and then up till 1. Now, what exactly is here, right? See, now we can use this as the initial condition here. Okay, so we can use this as what? Initial condition. So term value will start from 397. Now, what will be the validation condition? So term value until it is what? Greater than 0. जब तक वो 0 से बड़ा है तब तक ये चलता रहेगा. Then what exactly we need to do? Term value minus is equal to 4. We need to minus term value by 4. This is also equivalent is equal to what? Term value is equal to term value minus 4. And what exactly we need to do? We just need to print the term value. यहाँ पे हम लोगों ने term क्यों नहीं लिखा? Term इसलिए नहीं लिया because we don't want the number of terms here. Rather we have a start and we have end. पहले यहाँ पे क्या था, हमारे पास नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स थे बट वी डिड नॉट हैव द एंड वैल्यू क्या है हमको पता नहीं था. ओके, दैट्स व्हाई दिस इज द वे. सो व्हेन यू एग्जीक्यूट इट, it will simply print from 397 to 1. Okay, it's easy. Yeah. So guys, there are many things which you should take care while working on the loops. Loops का coding हमको जितना लगता है उतना easy नहीं है. Or troubleshooting part and what all things you should take care while coding the loops, logical errors, continue and break statement, and complex examples in will be covered in upcoming videos. Stay tuned. So subscribe to the channel so that you get the notification for every new video. Okay, let's now go back to slides. Yeah. So as I said, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and share if you haven't done so. We want to spread the knowledge here and help the needy people, right, who really want to learn the technologies through the channel. So that's all actually I had it from this video. Next session topics are like do while loop, continue and break statements. So guys, as I mentioned, help to spread the knowledge by sharing with the students, by the needy people, right? Thank you for watching this video. I wish you happy learning with the GravityTech. Thank you again. See you.